Good morning, Mistralton City. My name's adamew, the coach of your Mistralton City Mews. This week in the UPA, we're going to be taking on Coach Darude of the San Jose Panquakes in a matchup that, I'm not sure how doomed it is because we're playing another, weather team. And historically in this league, I have not done well against weather teams. So we're going to see how this goes. So let's just jump into the matchup. So you can see my team on the left as always, and their team on the right. So first they start out with Fluttermane. Now Fluttermane was one Pokemon that I was not expecting to see go that early in the draft because I think they have like 5th pick or something. So definitely surprising to see Fluttermane get taken that early, especially when it's not considered one of the more top tier Pokemon in this. So they have Fluttermane and Deoxys Attack as their Ubers. Fluttermane is kind of manageable. Like, I can wall it with Lightspeed Vaporeon, but Deoxys Attack is unwallable. Fortunately, I have Klefki White Screen Reflect to keep it in check somewhat, but this combination is deadly for my team, especially when my defense is like not really that geared for special attacking, and this duo just stresses that pairing out so much. This is complemented by Ting-Wu. Ting-Wu is like way bulkier, but it provides necessary Stealth Rock and Spike support, and it also can set Whirlwind to force out setup sweepers that can take advantage of its general passiveness. And even then, it's not really that passive, having a 110 base attack stat with Stab Earthquake. So, and it can also fire off Ruminations to get nice reliable chip, which is like equivalent to half Pokemon's health. So, they have Ninetales to set Sun for the Fluttermane and eventually the Venusaur, which we'll get to in a second. They have the Indeedee, which is kind of underrated, I feel like, on this team, because it can absorb, or its Psychic Terrain can absorb priority moves, yeah. It can absorb priority moves like Chien-Pao, Ice Shard, or Sucker Punch, or just like anything that wants to like think it can get a free attack off on Deoxys Attack. But even then, Deoxys Attack can still put Extreme Speed, which, yeah. But Psychic Terrain generally synergizes very well with Deoxys Attack, being able to boost Psycho Boost to insane levels. And it synergizes well with Hitmonlee, being able to proc Psychic Seed and Burden. I can theoretically do the same thing with Sneasler, but being able to proc Psychic Seed and Burden is pretty valuable for their team in general. And Hitmonlee can like Terra Dart to absorb a hit from Mewtwo if it wants to, and just generally be a nuisance, rapid spinning away my hazards, although Blastoise is your better rapid spinner. So next up they have Venusaur, and this is one Pokemon I was terrified to deal with in prep, because it can beat Vaporeon and Moltres with growth sets, and Chlorophyll growth with Sweet Powder and like Sludge Bomb Earth Power. That was like terrifying for my team to deal with, because Vaporeon could reliably check it, but it would get Sweet Powdered, so I have to account for that. And Moltres could reliably check it, but it would get Sweet Powdered, so I'd have to account for that, and just all that just made this team a nightmare to prep for. The rest of their team is like pretty easy to prep for, because the way I prepped for like the first 7 was it just kind of dealt with the rest naturally. They have Revavroom, which can Terra. It can be annoying with Shift Gear, Toxic, Parting Shot. I've used it in ICPL before. It's a pretty good Pokemon. So yeah. They have Tornadus Therian, not Tornadus Therian, Tornadus Incarnate. This is the one that actually hits Hurricanes. To get like Prankster Tailwinds off and just generally be a nuisance. I feel like its main niche here is like Tailwind. I don't know why. It's also like I just woke up when I'm recording this, so yeah. But they have Blastoise to rapid spin away hazards and also be a Shell Smash Sweeper if need be. And then they have Terra Regidrago as their last Terra Captain, which is, I feel, pretty underrated. So they can get off like Dragon Dance sweeps or give themselves some special coverage they may need to hit stuff like Klefki or Vaporeon, I don't know. And then finally they have Dedenne. This mon's not coming. It's an electric fairy type. I feel pretty much designed to be just a filler. Like, it's not coming. But at any rate, that is going to be the matchup. So I'm going to kind of take my own advice and just plop the matchup right here. So that way it's always visible to you all. So going into this matchup, I wanted to bring Mewtwo first and foremost because Double Dance sets just seem pretty good here. I can take advantage of Tingwu if they don't have Whirlwind, because one thing that I noticed is Tingwu almost always Whirlwinds in a losing matchup, so not sure if they'll want to risk that. But at any rate, we have Double Dance with Quesaberry. Quesaberry is there for ghost coverage from things like Flutter Mane or the Deoxys attack. I have Side Strike Focus Blast as the attacks. I was going to go Grass Knot over Focus Blast. These two moves are pretty much designed to hit Tingwu, but I opted for the more unreliable Focus Blast to kind of catch any stray Terra Darts. To this day, well, to this matchup, not necessarily to this day because I've not faced a stray Terra Dark in a couple weeks, but I've faced a lot of stray Terra Darks in the weeks I've brought Mewtwo. Like, I'm fresh off recording this from weeks 1 and 2, and this game happened whenever I was like fresh off seeing week 1 and week 2's games. So yeah, bringing the Focus Blast felt more valuable just because I felt like Terra Dark was going to come just to catch off Mewtwo. So yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. It has 232 speed investment to outrun, I think it's the Tornadus. Yeah, Tornadus hits 353. So that allowed me to run a Modest Nature, and yeah. So that's Mewtwo. Next up, we got Chien-Pao with a standard Boots SD set with dual stabs and Ice Shard. Enough speed to outrun Tornadus again, and that allows me to run an Adamant Nature. I didn't want to risk the Speed Tile with Flutter Mane because I was going to get Photosynthesis boost anyways from the Ninetales, so I didn't really want to play with that fire, and it allows me to run an Adamant Nature, and I think I can OHKO Flutter Mane with a Swords Dance boost. So yeah, another kind of self-explanatory set. This thing can break the game wide open if it gets the chance to. So yeah. Next up we have Klefki with dual screen spikes and foul play. So this is designed to help Mewtwo and Chien-Pao get chances to set up. Foul play is there so that way I'm not entirely passive versus things like Revavroom or like Deoxys or hell, even Flutter Mane. But yeah, Spikes is there to get residual chip on their team, kind of abusing the fact that Blastoise is their best hazard remover, and I can like go Mewtwo or Chien-Pao and get set up. So yeah. Next up we have Terra Normal Vaporeon. So Terra Normal is a bit of an interesting choice here, and my reasoning behind Terra Normal is the simple fact that I need to be able to beat Flutter Mane, Ninetales, and Venusaur in a 1v1. And also, I guess, Blastoise, but Blastoise can get Aura Sphere, and yeah, that's a bit iffy. So I was going to go Terra Poison, but that opens me up to Psyshock from Flutter Mane, and I didn't really fancy wanting to be opened up like that. So I went Terra Normal as the defensive Terra this week instead, because it allows me to just kind of sponge hits from Fluttermane pretty well. It allows me to sponge hits from Ninetales and sponge hits from Venusaur. So it's kind of a best of all worlds type thing. It opens me up to the Hitmonlee, but I have Moltres to deal with it. So yeah, I don't think it should be too big of a problem this week. And I have the sassy nature on this instead of the bold nature because I want to get as much chip on like their more frail attackers as I can, specifically the Fluttermane with Flip Turn. A lot of their more frail attackers have no physical bulk at all, and Flip Turn's going to be doing a lot of damage, especially without the hindrance of a negative nature. So yeah. Next up, we have Moltres, Will-O-Wisp, Roost, U-Turn, Flamethrower. The ability says Flame Body, but due to me being an absolute idiot, I forgot to change the ability on Moltres in time for the game, and it ended up being Pressure. So, yeah, that's the first of the many mistakes, or that's the first of the main two mistakes you'll see me making this prep, but this is designed to just generally be a nuisance to their whole team. Spadef, obviously, to help shore up my kind of bad matchup versus their special attackers. This is mainly designed to beat the Venusaur, and yeah. Designed to beat the Venusaur, sponge hits from Deoxys attack if I need it, so yeah, pretty self-explanatory stuff there. And then finally, we have Sneasler with Red Card Endure, Close Combat instead of Reversal. And this kind of haunts me a bit, because I wanted to Close Combat it Tinglu while I was still healthy, or while still being healthy, and not having to die on another rock switching, so yeah. Adamant Nature with max attack, 252 speed, pretty self-explanatory Sneasler set here, Dire Claw, yeah. So, at any rate, that is going to be the team for week 4 of the UPA. I will catch you all in the battle. Peace. Alright, here we are in the battle against Darude. So, this game I am completely terrified for, but I'm a little less terrified seeing as there's no Venusaur, so that is interesting. So, no Venusaur, so I made the rock call with Vaporeon set, and they have Terra Fairy on Repelled, so that'll be interesting. So the safety goggles Vaporeon tech is pretty much worthless. I'm glad I decided to opt for Will-O-Wisp over Sweep Talk on Moltres. But yeah, let's see, what do I want to lead with? Realistically, they lead Tinglu. I think Vaporeon is always going to be my lead, because I can get a nice Scald off on the Tinglu, or I just get like a good foot turn off if they go like Fluttermane or Deoxys. So Vaporeon seems like it's a solid lead all around, and yeah, let's see what happens. So feel like I found my opponent, and hopefully we can win. Though I mean, I feel like I'm thoroughly outclassed in this game. Deoxys, they had Tinglu, Revavroom, Ninetales, Blastoise, and they lead with Tinglu. So I can't expect like Ruination or something, but like largely Scald is like very, very free. So I have no qualms just clicking Scald. And Mewtwo can legitimately win if I can get it set up. So that's going to be something important to note. If I can get an opportunity to get Mewtwo in, it can win. No turn 1 Skull Burn, so they're just gonna start like hazard stacking on me. And it's lefties, so just a standard Chien-Pao set, which is to be expected. Let's see, what do I want to do? I mean, if they just want to like trade Chien-Pao to get like hazards up, like I'm fine with it, weirdly enough. The only thing that I need like health for is Mewtwo, so this thing is like a really good whirlwind user, so Mewtwo, setting up Mewtwo on this is not the best of ideas. Yep, quits Ruination, which is to be expected. So, since this thing is more specially defensive, I'm actually not sure if I live to heal it. So, Vaporeon into Chien-Pao, just like regular defensive set. It does like 43. And they just switch. And they go Flutter Mane. Here, I feel comfortable just Terra Normaling. Either that or I just like go for regular Protect. Because like Flutter Mane will never be able to like beat me. I'll just quick Protect. They could quick Nasty Plot, which would be scary. But I don't know. I'm not that afraid of this. I don't know what its item is though. So I'll Protect, scout what it wants to do. And it just quits Moonblast. Here I feel like I'm content to just Terra Normal and Flip Turn. It just seems like a nice mid-ground play. And I can get him like Chien-Pao or heck even Mewtwo if I need it. So depending on how much this does, I need to like check Chien-Pao. Custom set into a Flutter Mane, which I think we're doing about half to it. So regardless, I think my play is always Terra Normal and Flip Turn. Because Normal is just a solid defensive typing here. I wish I brought Terra Poison, but it's not the end of the world, because Terra Poison would have opened me up to Psyshock. That's Specs. Okay. So, yeah, that is Specs damage. So we just get Moltres in. Right, that's Specs. Vaporeon, defensive. Yeah, that has to be Specs. It took me from 463 down to 270. Yeah, that's gotta be Specs. I want to get Klefki in to get some free initiative with screens. So, yeah. I could get the white screen up, that's a bit obvious, but yeah. Realistically, they probably just go Red Room. Just to abuse it. They go Chien-Pao. Okay. That is okay with me. It's like, I don't mind Chien-Pao coming in. It gets a lot of health back, but it also, like, just hard loses to Chien-Pao. Especially if I get up, like, a, Reflect. Realistically, I get up a Reflect and a Layer of Spikes. They just click Ruination. And now I can start spike stacking, since Blastoise is their rapid spinner. And if they want to set up on me, I just T-wave them. So I can just, like, kind of abuse their passiveness. They're just spamming Ruination. Which is fair. Trying not to allow me to get a free switch. Let's see. If I want to win this game, I gotta win it offensively. Given the fact that Fluttermane is choice specs, it has to be booster speed. So, yeah. I'm just gonna quit spikes again. As I switch. I was considering going Vaporeon. Alright, they go Blastoise. Unfortunately, I don't have a spin block on this team, but I can punish the Shell Smash with T-Wave. Realistically, I think they spin here. Yeah. So they know my set now. But largely, I'm just fine with letting this thing go down, because Sneasler can come in and just win. They Brick Break. So this is a physical choice. I'll put Reflect again, just so that way I can set up on this. With Mewtwo, hopefully. We got the Para, which is unfortunate for them. But I want to make them choose between wanting to get rid of screens and wanting to get rid of spikes. This has got to be a Fizz Def Blastoise, because this is only Chien-Pao answer. I do have to be wary that he's at +2 speed. I'm just gonna go for spikes again, because since this thing is shown to be physical, I feel like I can just get Mewtwo in and set up. So they managed to keep hazards off the field, which is really, really great for them. It's awful for me. But now I just go Mewtwo. They also block stats. So Blastoise kills Keys with Spin. And now I can just get off a Agility. They go Qinglu. So I definitely do need a nasty point to be able to Oko this. which I will go for. Because I don't know what this thing has. This is just to see if it has Whirlwind, but like if it Whirlwinds, it's not a big deal. Because like Mewtwo can come in for free on Blastoise anyways. It switching out was just a good read. Oh, nice. We got Chien-Pao in. Okay, let's see. I think Teambuilder does get Body Press. But you also have to be worried that I could just like... So it does get Body Press. I do have Reflect up though. Chien-Pao. Custom set and OU defensive. If I have a Reflect up, you have something like Body Press. Body Press shouldn't beat me. Yeah, Body Press will never be able to OHKO me. I'm content to just SD here. They just Ruination. And now we get off an Ice Spinner. They switch. What are they going to go into? Blastoise. It's got to be Helmet. Man, that does a lot. Oh, that's a crit. That explains it. Citrus. Okay. Interesting Blastoise set. I'm expecting Deoxys to be Sash. But... Cow kills Stoise with Crunch. Alright, so we're not getting 6-0'd, which is an absolute win. We get DOA in, so... I want an Ice Shard. I'm expecting this to be Sashed, but... Oh, it's E-Speed. Okay. That's fun. That's fun. Deoxys kills its Life Orb. Now with E-Speed. That's fine. That's okay. Is it fine? I don't know if it's fine. Oh my god. I forgot to change Moltres' ability. I forgot to change Moltres' ability. It's over. I forgot to change Moltres' ability. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. It's over. It's over. I'm cooked. Hopefully they think they can get the kill with like T-Bolt and I somehow live it. I doubt I do because this thing is crazy. Somehow we live that. And we pick up the kill. Moltres coming in clutch. Moltres kills Dio with U-turn. I can't believe I had the wrong ability. Can't believe it. So hopefully we can live a Fluttermane hit. If not, then we're gonna have to do some hard plays against the Revivroom, which this is probably the Revivroom. Do I need, like, so Sneasler can probably beat the Team Blue 1v1. It also does force this thing out. Since we got rid of their Revenge Killer, we may be okay. You two should be able to bait and live a Fluttermane hit. I want to Scald and let this thing go down, because you're going to shift gear. Either that or I could sack Moltres. And we got the burn. So I could probably Wish here. Oh, he's long. Good prep, good prep. Alright. So... realistically, I feel like Vaporeon is needed to handle the Ninetales to prevent that from getting out of hand. So I want to go into Moltres to sack, and then Sneasler should be able to come in. And they will Terra Fairy. Which is good for me since that means Sneasler can hit it super effectively now. So realistically, Rev kills Moltres with Terra Blast. Alright, I think it's time. I think it's time for the Endure red card. It's time for the Play More Gambit. Last time I ran this, I ran it in ICPL quarterfinals on a Meowscarada. Let me just make sure I did bring a Burden. Okay, I did. So we're going to Endure. A quick Iron Head. We live it on 1. Force it out. And bring Ninetales in. So here, I think I just gotta like CC maybe. It's the most powerful hit we have. So yeah. Does a good chunk. Should have had a Leechy. But this lets me bring in something like Vaporeon for free. This game is very, very doomed though. Like, it is really doomed. Just barely lived a hit, and we killed the Ninetales, so I'm not getting completely obliterated. So let's see, Ninetales kills Sneasler with Flamethrower. Vaporeon kills Ninetales with Scald. I didn't clock that Dio had E-Speed, and yeah, this is just highly unfortunate. Presence the speed, as I expected. So, yeah, this is pretty much over. a little foot turn. This is a last ditch, but I think it's over because this will be able to kill my Mewtwo. Unless if they somehow switch up to Shadow Ball, but like, I don't think it matters that much. So, yeah. Very well played. Or just agility. I don't have another choice. And it's over. So, main kills back with Blue Blast, and main kills into with Blue Blast. Yeah, if I didn't choke it with the Moltres set, I could have done something there, but I didn't expect. I forgot Dio got E-Speed. Yeah, I forgot. So, well, it's fine. Honestly, 3-0 is much better than I thought that was gonna go, so, yeah. I just can't beat weather teams, apparently, so, unfortunate how that ended, but that was like really, really good prep and play on his end. I couldn't play around it that good, so, no shame in that, but at any rate, I will see you all in next week's game. Unfortunately, I lose my birthday game, since this game's going to be going up on my birthday. When I'm recording this on July 7th, it's not actually my birthday, but like 17th will be my birthday, and that's when this is going to get uploaded. So, yeah. Birthday plot armor could only get me a 3-0 loss, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm not too upset about how that ended. So, yeah. But at any rate, catch you all in the next game. Peace.